inspired. I'm inspired.
We bring you some breaking news from the Nerve Network News. What's happening, guys? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I want to talk to you about a character that I'm deeply inspired by, Osmosis Jones. If you haven't watched this movie, guys, please go check it out right now. Watch that movie. I know it's a kid's movie, but trust me, you're going to get a lot of different things from that movie. The things that it's taught me is, one, the things that you eat affects your body's maintenance. 10-second rule, forget it. Stop dropping your food on the floor and eating it. Okay, that's what that movie taught me. And also, of course, Frank is Bill Murray, and he does have this very unhealthy lifestyle, right? And his daughter constantly gets him to try to change his lifestyle up, go for hikes, go for walks, and all this kind of stuff, and he wants to go to Buffalo Wild Wings instead, right? Now, besides the whole storyline and plot, I really want to zoom in on Osmosis Jones because I feel that he is a powerful character for myself to access the flow state. So Osmosis Jones personally helps me tap into focus flow. There's 4 areas of flow that I'm going to be encountering on these videos, which is love flow, cash flow, focus flow, and creative flow. This is very much a focus flow area, and focus flow also relates to health, okay, health. So Osmosis Jones, obviously he resonates with health because he is inside of Frank's body. I mean, it can't get any more clear than that. It's connected to the Stoic principle of moderation for me. Personally, I've split it up into the 4 Stoic virtues with each of these levels of flow. Okay, so this one is all about self-control. And self-control is all about, don't just binge eat anything, don't mistreat your body, essentially. Osmosis Jones helps me tap into my own individual health, and he's there in the body for a very specific purpose. That's what I like. He has a mission, he has a particular work that he's got to do, which is protect the body, protect and serve, and I love that he's this cop inside of the body, taking care of business. And I think that when I individually tap into the Osmosis Jones energy, that's what gives me that extra grit, that extra focus, because I do know that I ultimately am protecting Sumedh's body. Not only is this man a shapeshifter who's formless and shapeless like water, first of all, he's played by Chris Rock. The little tinges of humor are there. Enough for kids to understand that kind of humor. Of course, it's very cheesy, corny type of humor, where he uses a lot of puns and rhymes, and I love that. As a rapper, I really fully love that ability that he has to say rendezvous with me and you, and just be able to step into a character. He had this kind of playful arrogance about himself, you see this badge? You see this gun? I'm a legend, right? He used to constantly refer to himself as a legend and a maestro, and it's Ozzy time, baby. You want osmosis, you got osmosis. I love that because, he's bringing the flow state to the world, and that's what I feel like I'm tapping into Osmosis Jones when people are like, yeah, okay, maybe flow's cool for here, or it's alright. Someone who's just pushing me to my edge or challenging me, I'm like, you want Sumedh? You got Sumedh. I'm showing up. I'm serving. I'm here to serve, right? That's the mentality. Oh yeah, you're threatening me right now, but sorry, baby. You gotta take your medicine. I mean, this guy is strong, man. He gets crushed by a nerve cell and he survives, right? And this other guy, Thrax, is his name is Anthrax, but Thrax is his name in the movie. He's like this. He's like my shadow side. He's like, careful, I'm contagious. I'm gonna self-sabotage everything around me. Everything that I touch destroys. That's that energy of I think I'm just gonna turn up the heat. I'm gonna attack your hypothalamus in your body. I'm gonna make it heat up in here, right? That is definitely relevant. Osmosis gets mocked by the people. He's an underdog for sure. I resonate with that too. Hey, it's the Germinator, right? His boss is like, you had to do it your own way. Osmosis is like, he is who he is, right? In Frank's body, he is that catalyst. And I do love the straightforwardness of his game, per se, when he's talking to this woman. Yeah, you looking fine, girl. But there's something also very lovable about that. He just walks up there, changes his face, changes his persona, and he plays the game. He's this kind of like Fonzie character, right? He's like, when Drix, the pill, gets into his car, he's like, no, what are you doing? Look what you're doing to my baby, right? He calls his car his baby. I believe he's like this cool guy. It's very interesting because there's many subliminals to the flow state in this movie. One, he calls Drix Drips instead of Drix. He's kind of taken his name and made it into a water term. Second, there's little subliminals for flow throughout this movie. Okay? I'm going to show you a few of them here. One, you see that? It says flow. Second, 108 and 98. Okay? These letters are recurring over and over again. And 8 hertz is the flow state frequency. Third, it's literally water from a tear in Shane's eye. It's literally water that saves him. It's literally his ability to shapeshift and be like water and be inside of water even, that rescues him, that saves him. So flow, the symbolism of flow being water, is what he is and saves him ultimately to get back into Frank's body. And of course there's some spoiler alerts here, but look, if you haven't watched this movie, you're doing yourself a disservice, okay? So, Frank, when he gets that pimple, he gets it on his third eye. Like, notice these things, guys. He gets a pimple on his third eye. What does that represent? A lower consciousness individual, if I have to pin it down. So this lower consciousness individual is getting sick all the time, he's getting pimples, and it's symbolic that he needs to work on his spiritual mental health. And osmosis, this flow state symbolism inside of his own body, is trying to protect him and trying to save Frank, right? And get the girl and win. This is the ultimate hero's journey. And even the rapper in the show, he's like, I trim my hair with the flow B. The shadow side, Thrax, he says, medical books aren't written about losers. Oh, that arrogance, right? That egotistical nature. Just listen to the way that Osmosis speaks, okay? You'll understand a lot about this character. He is definitely not the norm of characters. He's telling Drix, think outside, Drix and all, right? To think outside the pillbox, man. Think outside the pillbox, man. And he's a pill. So what is he telling him to do? He's telling him to literally experience ego death and flow state. You get what I'm saying here, guys? Like, I know I'm reading way too deep in this, but this guy, he ends up being a smooth talker to a go-getter. And that's what the flow does. It's like, yes, you can talk about it, but then where's the action? Where's the results, baby? At a certain point in the movie, he's doing like backflip kicks to attack Thrax. Like, man, I didn't even know this guy had a martial arts background, but that just adds to the fact that he's more like Bruce Lee over there. It just makes sense. And again, like the whole shape-shifting thing, it's like that's what rescues him, right? Thrax tries to attack him with his claw or whatever, his hand, and basically he takes away his heart in order to protect himself, right? I've certainly felt like that. Have you felt like that sometimes? You just take away your heart, right? This guy, of course, he's shapeless, formless. His heart can change. It can go into his shoulder probably, So, I mean, this guy, he's a fluid being. This chick, man, she's like, I'm still jonesing for a little more osmosis. I hope this video helped you. It's a real bit unique. I want to do more videos like this about character because I really fully embody different characters, and you can really learn about how I've tapped into my unique character and individual character, because that's all I do, like 24/7. I rented this movie and I watched it like 2 times in order to really integrate and see like what is going on here, right? So really start to play with this idea. Watch that movie, watch Osmosis Jones if that resonates with you. Practice tapping into your own individual characters for the flow state, and I'll see you later. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Peace.